In this video, I'll be teaching you about our Constellation framework. We use this framework to map a business as broadly as we can and see how the pieces connect. Taking a 10,000-foot view may be the best place to start when visualizing anything, be it a business, a strategy, or a new product. Referencing the framework video, the Constellation framework is primarily concerned about space, specifically the relationship between things. The broader we focus, the more abstract we keep it, but there are certainly ways to use this framework in more detailed ways. The Constellation framework is based heavily on mind maps, which means that visually we are drawing nodes and connections to other nodes. A mind map generally starts with a central idea or node, and from there we branch, exploring other ideas that are connected. And each of those nodes can be branched and expanded on further. Visually, we can follow a branch as far as we want to go, whether that takes us more broad in scope or more deep in detail. The Constellation framework has three primary nodes. The first is we have, meaning we have inputs and resources. They may be tangible like money or intangible like experiences. The second, we do, meaning our business does actions and activities. And third, so that we can achieve our objectives, our goals, our outcomes, and milestones. These are often what motivate us and give purpose to our business. If I could say it another way, the resources we have fuel what we do so that we may achieve our outcomes. The arrows flow from one to the next, ending with so that, which is actually where I will start our demonstration. When starting a new project or exploring an idea, it's important to make our motivations clear and known. Start with this question. Why this? What do you want this to accomplish? For your business? A team? For yourself? It's important to think about your level of abstract to concrete at this point. Does this include your big North Star purpose or goal? Does this contribute to a broad cultural change in the organization? Is it about meeting a benchmark or quota for the next week or month? Write these down the right side of the page and draw arrows from the so that node to each of these. If you're mapping an entirely new business idea or product, there could be 10 to 15 of these. If it's a new project, 3 to 5 is plenty. Next, ask the question, why me? Or why us? And why now? As you start to answer these questions, note whether you are thinking of something you have or something you do. If it's something you have, a set of skills, experiences, a person, passions, opportunities, write the label on the left side of your page around the we have circle and draw an arrow from that item to the circle. If it's something you do, an action, task, business function, write the label for that action in the center of the page around the we do circle and draw an arrow from the circle to it. After writing the labels, add a container or draw a small icon. With each thing you add, more ideas will come to you. If they are related to that new thing, add another label near it and draw an arrow to connect them. If that thing is more related to the broader node of we have or we do, find a space closer to that circle and draw an arrow to connect them. While you're doing this, you'll start to think about things that are missing. You can even ask yourself clearly, what is missing? What do I need to improve? Again, if it's a skill, experience, connection, or new hire that you're missing, write a label on the left side near the we have circle and draw a double-lined arrow from that item to the circle. If it's an action, activity, function, process, etc., write the label near the we do circle and draw a double-lined arrow from that circle to that item. What you're uncovering are your blind spots, the things that become more clear now that you're tying your actions to your outcomes and consider the resources you have to achieve them. Keep doing this until you've exhausted everything in your mind on this topic. You likely have some instincts on what to do next. The double-lined arrows are the things to be acquired or actions to start performing to achieve your goals. You can add each of the we should have items to the right side of the page, and you can write and draw additional we should do actions in the center of the page needed to acquire them. This is a fluid framework, and you can keep going as much as you need to. As it starts getting more concrete and you are exploring smaller milestones, projects, or processes, you can move to another page. What you're creating is a constellation for your business or a project or a goal. It's meant to help you see how things are connected or what still needs to be connected. This isn't the type of visual that you would simply send to somebody and expect them to digest it, but you may be able to use it to share parts of this idea or part of the blind spots or connections with somebody else. As you make progress on this project, use the Constellation framework to revisit as your resources, your activities, or even your goals change. I hope this Constellation framework serves you well as you tackle your next project or idea.